Welcome everyone. So glad you're here for the next EtherSpeak conference call on Beyond SIP Chunking. I'm Rob Warlick here at EtherSpeak, and I want to give an introduction to our presenter and the topic. SIP trunking, as you all are aware, I'm sure, is becoming a game changer in business communications. And what we've been finding, the trend is people are using SIP trunking, but they're not utilizing the full power of SIP with other SIP solutions additional to just the SIP trunking. And so we want to highlight that today, and EtherSpeak provides a wide array of SIP-based solutions, and and we want to be able to share that with you on how you can maximize that for your business. So with us today is Trip Maston. He's one of the channel managers here with us, and he's going to talk to you about kind of what we do and how you can maximize the value of SIP for your business. Trip?
All right, thank you, Rob. I want to personally welcome everyone today. I know everyone has a busy schedule, so I thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for a few moments here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what's beyond SIP trunking. So not only are we a SIP trunking provider, but one of our goals is for EtherSpeak to provide service to maximize the value of SIP for your independent business. So we're going to go ahead and just dive right in here. A little bit about EtherSpeak. We started about 10 years ago as just a basic PBX vendor. Then we got into SIP trunking about 5 years ago, and since then we have expanded our services even more. So not only are we just a SIP trunk provider, but we provide VoIP, faxing, disaster recovery, MPLS, as well as some other offerings. We are headquartered here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. We provide service to the United States as well as Canada. And basically what we strive to do is provide cost savings for your business of any size. So whether your business may be 5 to 10 people or whether it be 1 to 200 people, our ultimate goal is to provide cost savings and effectiveness for you. So SIP trunking, what is SIP trunking? So the basic definition of that would be the equivalent of phone lines but through the internet. So providing voice, over the internet. The technical definition is the means used to transport inbound and outbound calls between the enterprise and external entities. Now, we can provide SIP trunking with basically any good internet connection will work. We don't recommend utilizing a DSL or satellite internet connection, but as long as you have a good, strong internet connection, that we can provide SIP service for you. Whether it be a business class cable internet access, a Metro Ethernet, or even a T1, as well as MPLS, which can go either site to site, or EtherSpeak can become the N1 site for existing WAN. What we typically say is each SIP session requires about 80K of bandwidth, so you'd multiply the maximum number of sessions that you're looking for by 80K to determine your bandwidth needs. We do provide support for ShoreTel, Zoltis, Asterisk, Cisco AllWorks, as well as Link. So we definitely have a good variety out there for you. Now, in most cases, we can provide your SIP trunking with no additional equipment needed. So versus you having that costly expense of having to come in, purchase thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment, we can just go in and link up to what is already there. Here at EtherSpeak, we typically can offer anywhere between, or we can save you anywhere between about 30 and 70% off your regular telecom expenses. So it's a huge cost savings, especially, in today's world. We have a variety of different pricing bundles. So versus your traditional PRI, where you're always going to be paying for that standard 23 lines, or even an analog line that is going to, you're going to pay per line. With us, we have multiple different bundles, so you're going to be able to get a package that is going to fit your, you or your customer's needs, and you're not going to be paying for services that you're necessarily not needing. We can increase your local, regional, and national marketing presence by offering virtual telephone numbers, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. And the great thing about SIP trunking as well is you can deploy your staff anywhere. So anywhere that you have an Ethernet connection, all you have to do is just plug your phone right in. So it's going to be great for telecommuters, remote workers, things like that. Even if you wanted to go on vacation, still be able to work. You just take your phone with you, hook it into the Ethernet, and it'll look like you're in the office. So, gives you a lot of flexibility there versus that traditional landline phone where you're locked to your desk. So talking a little bit more about virtual phone numbers, it gives you increased market presence. So say your office is in Florida, but you're currently marketing an area maybe out in California, we can give you a local California number to provide to your customers so that they think that you have that office right there in their own hometown. We can typically provide telephone numbers for about 80% of Canada and about 95% of the United States, and even a little bit more than that now. Um, so it's a great thing. We can provide local presence, in all markets without the additional cost and service installation. And versus you having to have remote locations, all over the U.S., you can just have your standard headquarters and then just have telephone numbers, varied all across the U.S. to provide. So in addition to SIP trunking, we also offer internet faxing. So we have a reliable fax service that ensures that fax is maintained with your unified communication solution. We have a couple of different ways that we can do that. So we can offer your standard fax machine integration. Just sell you a simple ATA box. It's plug and play. It's going to give you the ability to fax utilizing the fax machine that you have right there in the office. Or if you want to get rid of the fax machine or want something a little bit extra, we also offer email-based faxing as well as browser-based faxing. Definitely some great options there. So if you want to be able to receive your faxes while you're traveling or maybe you're remote or whatever the case may be, you can receive the faxes directly, even on your smartphone device. We also offer fax over IP solutions for any CRM program, accounting, or basically any type of software that's going to give you the ability to print. So we got a lot of different cost-effective options out there, as well as multiple plan offerings. So we can definitely tailor it to your needs and provide a faxing solution for you. We also have disaster recovery options. So a couple of fantastic products here. We have Redundant Trunk, which is basically going to reroute your DIDs to an alternate live SIP connection. So for instance, if your service goes down, it's automatically going to reroute those DIDs so that you don't even lose the connection in service. So people that are calling into your business, they're not even going to realize that your system is down. Fantastic service that we have out there, as well as it's going to happen automatically. So it's not going to take anyone, going on the computer and stroking a few keys or whatever the case may be. It is an automatic. We also have ShadowVox, and this is manually going to mimic a predetermined on-site PBX configuration in a hosted environment, which is also going to provide you with keeping the same call flow and route inbound calls to a designated endpoint. So that's another great feature that you can definitely check out. We have a couple of different disaster recovery bundles as well. So you can use EtherSpeak SIP trunks to fail over to a regular analog, T1, or PRI when outages occur. And as well as that, service is automatically restored when your hosted telephone service is back online. If anyone wants additional information on that, we can definitely provide that to you as well. So as we know, security is becoming huge, not only just in our personal day-to-day lives, but almost in everything that we do. So whether we're doing online banking or we are shopping online or whatever the case may be, security is a big deal. It's also becoming very important for voice. So we do have, our EtherSpeak service is already very secure, but we can go above and beyond and offer you some enhanced encryption features as well. So if you're selling to clients that are in the financial industry, banking industry, healthcare, or even the insurance industry, we are compliant with some of those government required. So we definitely have some great enhanced features that we can add to you that's going to cater to some of those customers that you might not necessarily be able to get. And just to talk a little bit about our partner program as well, we've got several different options for that. So we do have our referral commissions, which is just going to be like a one-time spiff, or you can sign up for residual commissions, which means you're going to obviously you're going to receive those ongoing commissions, as well as we offer wholesale partners and white label partners. And basically what that's going to give you the ability to do is sell our services with your name. There is going to be some higher revenue commitments involved with that, and some additional agreements, but we can definitely provide you information on any of that if you're interested. Now, to be a partner program, we do have a certification process. So we do want you and expect you to learn our products and services. so that we can all be on the same lines for what we're offering, as well as you have to complete all the necessary paperwork and attend training webinars that we hold frequently. And that's just to kind of make sure that everyone is on the same page and that we're, all working together for the same goal, as well as you would be required to close at least 3 deals. And again, we have additional information that I'd be happy to provide that, whether it be at the end of the call here or on a one-on-one basis. That concludes the presentation. I will now take any questions that anyone may have.
Thank you, Trip. I see a couple other names on the call here. They kind of jumped in after we started.
Okay, perfect.
If any of you had any questions, or if you want to introduce yourself and your business, feel free to do so.
And also, if you joined the call late, the call is recorded, so we'll definitely send a recording out to each of you. So if maybe you missed the beginning of the call, we will send it out to you via emails. That way you can start it from scratch as well.
Absolutely. Everyone is unmuted. If you have a question, feel free to ask Trip now.
Trip, can you review some of your plans, your monthly plans, and the pricing?
We do. Is this John?
Yes.
Okay, John. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I can review them with you either via the phone, or I can even email you some literature if you'd like to have that as well.
That's fine. Sure.
John, are you asking about the SIP trunking plans specifically?
Yes.
Okay. And just would like for you to get in a conversation with Trip for sure, but just to answer your question quickly, there's a basic trunk, meter trunk, and then we have bundles that start with what we call small office, home office, that gives 15 concurrent calls, and then it grows from there based on what you need. So 50, 75, and each of those come with their set of minutes. That chart is readily available, and Trip can definitely help you out with that.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure thing. Anyone else? Brian, Paul, Trina? Well, we're not gonna hide it. We definitely want to partner with you guys in connecting our services to your customers. So please do reach out to us, to Trip specifically. You see his email there on the screen, tmaster@etherspeak.com. Connect with him as your channel manager, and we'll see what we can do to service your customers.
All right, thank you, Rob. And again, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We really appreciate it. I look forward to speaking with each of you. Again, I'm going to reach out to you guys via email with a copy of the recording in case anyone should have missed a part of that. And I will be speaking with each of you hopefully soon. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.